So I titled this live stream, um, "This Must Be the Place" podcast launch because today marks the new day. It's I've been feeling like the Natural Healing Radio Hour vibe has been closing out, and I didn't know what the new one would be, but I found it, and in large part to all of you, it's been this evolving thing. And last night I went I went into what I wanted to do, and I talked with Lizzie about potential names, and "This Must Be the Place" came out. It's her suggestion, and I have to tell you, "This Must Be the Place," the Talking Heads song from late '80s, I believe, has been my anthem. It's been we went back and forth with names. I was like, "No, that's not quite right. More like this vibe, da 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 da." And I'm feeling through what I wanted to do at the same time, and then she popped out, "This Must Be the Place," and I was like, "Oh my god, that's always been the name for my podcast," or whatever you wanna call it, the real thing I wanna do that the healing hour is now evolving into. Um, because it's been my anthem. It's like I've literally, like, thought through choreography that for the song. I love it. It's like a calling. I will play it every couple months, repeated on repeat because I just love the song so much. It used to be on my Tinder profile. That's my signature song, that'll tell you. Um, and it's the place. It's like this is the gathering space, not just for healers, not just for official healers, but for all of us because we all have medicine. We all have healing to do or healing to offer. Because our authenticity, as we're talking about the remembrance movement or whatever we want to call it, where we're coming into clear authenticity, we're coming into our full being, that authenticity, the frequency of truth and love, which is our core frequency, our remembered frequency, just like when we were babies, is coming back online. And it's a place. It's a place that's here, and then the gathering spot is the place for all of us to gather, for those in resonance. And then those in resonance who are living authentically and aligned, you are the medicine. You are my medicine. I'm still healing. You are, as I was saying yesterday about care, right? I was like talking about how I was had this grumpy moment where I was like, you know, I've been caring for everybody, like, I cared for everybody, um, which I loved, like, I didn't want anybody to get me wrong, I love being a caregiver, I love my work, it isn't work to me, but it has not been the case that I've been the one cared for, but then I was saying, "Y'all are caring for me, I'm healed in your presence, I'm healed by just literally your presence, and we need to take the idea of healing out further, right? Because it's not you don't have to be an official healer. When you're in your alignment, whether you're a painter, whether you're a doctor, an MD, whether you're a ditch digger, it's like you're in your alignment, your medicine for me and medicine for everybody around you. So, and I know in the new earth, everyone has their alignment that is so beautifully balanced with one another. And the place is this resonance, but then we also need a gathering spot. We need a hearth for all of us. And so I'm taking it off of official healing, like in the associations with that word, to just this is the place. This must be the place. And I'm hoping to, pull in those Gen X and boomer white guys with that phrase too, right? Because they'll know it's like this is David Byrne is one of us. So this is the invitation. So I set up my podcast today, I've been grumping about being my own producer, but it was fun and it was much easier than I thought. And Lorenzo was like, just do it, just do it. I mean, he didn't, he's always just so like, whenever you want, maybe you want to open your podcast. And I was like, it's time. And came up with a beautiful logo with Lizzie and my my extended mind / AI, for those of you who don't know. So I want to read to you the description. I want to keep talking about what I envision this to be, um, and then and that really what this is then the people's trust, right? These are people we trust because they're in resonance. So I want to bring on your native friend from Substack, and she's a young woman who's an advocate for, like, she's lives in Costa Rica. She's got she calls out the colonizers who have gone there, the white people who, you know, take the medicine and run kinda thing, and take the culture and run, which I have a heartfelt post to white people, um, that's coming, and to the white woman wellness influencers about bringing your medicine that is actually artistry. You're actually an artist. You don't have to be a healer to be you don't have to be an official healer to be a healer. So I have those 2, posts coming in the next couple days, but anyway, the idea is when you're in alignment, when you're in the right seat, you're a healer. You're one of us. This is the place. And we are, then you're someone we can trust, right? Because if you are, if you're, as we've been talking about, right? If you're performing healer, if you're performing whatever, it's not actually your alignment. It's not actually coming from the heart. You're not, your unworthiness trying to prove yourself. Um, then, you gotta realign to then come, join this hearth, let's say, which everyone's welcome though. Door is open, everyone's welcome, but we ask you to be in the play in your own place, in your own home, deeply in alignment um and which is not to say you don't show up messy. Show up messy. But because we certainly are. I certainly am. But right, it's a resonance field, it's a frequency, it's the beautiful, yearned for frequency of just being real. So I'm gonna read this phrase and then I'll read or read you the description of the podcast. So far, it'll probably change, but I said, "This is the place for the real ones to bring our raw, unfiltered selves, to bring our joy, our pain, and our medicine. This is where we remember together and lay down what we've been carrying, now sharing it freely. It is a hearth, a sacred circle, a launch pad, and a shareholders meeting all in one, and you're invited." So, if you need the healing, you just come in and sit in the circle, but you're not really offering anything yet, right? You're just at the hearth. You're just warmed by our fire. Um, if you are, if you want to come on live with me, it's a launch pad for you, right? I want to launch artists. I want to launch anyone in resonance. I want you to come on. So I've got my list of now that I'm not stuck in like, I'm bringing on healers. Now I'm going to invite all my mutuals, over on TikTok who are just like the women who are medicine for me. This woman, Chris, who's just like, she just knows that New Earth is here, and she just talks. She's like, "Hey, chosen ones, this is how I'd like it to be." Da, da. And she's just been medicine for me. And she like half the time, more than half the time, she just dances on camera. But it's like, oh, how's Chris do? Because I go see Chris and I'm like, oh, everything's well. So I'm gonna invite Chris then, um, and just flood the airwaves. And of course, all you who've been in part of the healing hour, come back and share your medicine as it is now. Um, so it's inclusive of healers and everybody else, but the idea is that this is like the hub, and then you launch, and like you're just now part of the new PBS, part of the hearth, part of the People's Trust, and go do your thing. Not that I like I'm an anointer or something, but it's the gathering spot, and so or it's one of them. It's mine. And then shareholders is because, and this is the piece that is I'm so happy to have Lorenzo there to like be a business mind about it because we are not at a free society yet. But his idea of a healer's economy is right. But it's not just healer's economy, it's like all those in resonance, right? And and so but if all of the attention and resource comes through us, in no time it becomes a gift economy because we just give and we're the soil, you know? Those in authenticity, those it's like there's gonna be more of everything than we know what to do with, as I'm saying. So it goes like healer's economy, gift economy, just gift, right? Where we're so robust, we're so beaming this authenticity frequency, this alignment, this joy, this fun, this rich amount of like deep knowledge, knowing with a G, that how can anybody compete, so to speak, from the old world, right? Where you're paying for pieces of wisdom, pieces of healing, Um, so yeah, and so I'm like, this is the place then for all these people that I'm, going and talking with on Instagram, like, "Here, come here, bring your medicine here." Um, and yeah, we're all this is the spot. So we just flood the airwaves and it becomes this so so rich, so robust that the brittle quality of anything under the old model just doesn't it can't hold, right? It's not a frequency match. But we become like but it's like moths to a flame, right? We're like the fire is so warm and cozy that everybody just wants to come, right? That's the Ted Nelson idea of the internet, right? Throw the best party. So we're going to throw it here on Substack, and I'm going to keep inviting Substack to scale up to have the capacity for what will become the healer's economy, gift economy, and eventually the free or just free, right? Where we money is just it's just a token, right? But really we're sharing so much that it's a sharing economy. We're just sharing everything. And who needs money when everything's available? And it'll just shift, right? It'll just shift from digital over to the 3D. So as people here, right, as Substack becomes the mutual aid hub as well, so that everything's organized over according to region and everything else, right? But we need the capacity to have 20 people on screen having a meeting, in public. Um, we need all of that. So keep working on the Substack. um, and it's the community that heals, right? The way back when I started doing this, we were calling it anti-therapy, right? That healing has been behind closed doors, like in locked doctors' offices and secrets, analysis in therapists' office. And it's like we're all healing the same stuff, which I've said a million times. I'm still healing. Healing, the word healing meaning returning to wholeness. When won't we continue to be returning to wholeness? We will we're returning to wholeness inside of ourselves, but then, of course, with each other, with one another, right? Each person I meet, it's like, oh, you're part of the whole, you're part of the picture. So the whole thing is healing. The whole thing is a return to wholeness, and it's recursive. It just will keep occurring. It's not. There's not going to be a moment where we're all healed. You will just keep being part of my healing. I will be part of yours. We will be part of each other's, and this is just an initial hub started by a healer, official healer who is, and Lorenzo too, so utterly committed to fulfillment for all. Like, period, end of discussion. There was no divide. There is only us, and who knows it viscerally, which I'm gonna teach today again. I want to whittle down my core medicine to put in this first episode. Um, and, uh, I'm serious, she's not listening anymore. It's like for too long, she keeps chopping it up, Lizzie. Um, so, I'm gonna give you the sort of, you know, distilled version of my medicine today for this launch, and, like, here's what I have to offer. And then the whole radio hour will be archived as, like, all the incredible wisdom that's been shared by y'all and some by me. Okay, I'm going to read some of your comments before I keep going. Hi, Deanna. Melody, hi. Good to see you all. I never get your name right. Objective Gesahen. Isabella, hi. Jimmy, what's up? Cosmos Tinker, good to see you. Anna Maria, John, JJ. Trust but verify. Wow, man, stay in your lane. What, I'm not sure what you mean by that, but okay. Patricia, Carrie, hi. Annie, good to see you. Nicholas, Bob, Zen Geronimo. What up? What up, Bob? Kristen, hi. Medicine contrast with drugs. Yeah, exactly. And this is Candace DeMeza's term, and so many of our ancestors, right? That everyone has medicine. We all have medicine, and it's just your pure being. Your pure being is medicine. It's medicine to everyone around you. Um, that's it. And we have it in us. We can heal ourselves. We can decondition ourselves so that we can feel comfortable in our skin, aligned, find what's really, really true for ourselves, and beam it out into the world. Republia, good to see you. Yeah, seen in answer to what up. Lizanne, wait, don't archive all the episodes. Oh, I won't archive. They're all just gonna be. I'm not good. I'm not touching them. They're all gonna be. They're all gonna be there. On my Substack, it'll just be. It's just that now there's just a new vibe. It's sort of like a new chapter. Um, so they're it's just won't be called the Natural Healing Radio Hour. It's going to be expanded into all kinds of all kinds of folks that are coming on here. Um, so no worries. Um, and Tyra, you'll be back on, right? Because it's like you want to come on if you come on and talk about reforestation or whatever you want to talk about, regenerative ag. Um, it's like, of course that's healing. Of course that's returning to wholeness. Of course that's remembering, but it wouldn't be in the category of healing, and setting up this podcast, I had to like choose my categories. So I chose health and fitness or something like that, and religion and spirituality. It's like, it's none of those things, but we gotta pick some categories. And so this, so we're expanding the idea of healing. Um, we're expanding the hearth. Yep. Hi, Al. Al's got his medicine. Al, come on again soon. Share your medicine. Okay, good. Excited for this new chapter, the People's Trust. Yes, yes. This is the People's Trust, and we will. We're it. We're the people we can trust. We're of the People's Trust, and um, we will just keep healing each other and sharing our medicine. So, um, and everything, right? So I bring on your native friend. I don't know her name. I'm sorry, but I want her to speak the truth about the colonizer habits in Costa Rica, right? That's medicine. That's bitter medicine for the white people there, but it's medicine. It's medicine we need to hear, right? And this is the post I'll be sending to dear white people. But her other medicine is her painting, which is like so beautiful. It's like every time I see one of them, I'm like, oh my God, that's just like, I can't wait to have more walls to put art up. Um, so, you know what I mean? So she's sharing, because it's not one medicine, right? My crafts are my medicine and medicine for you. And my gifts, I love gift giving. It's one of my favorite love languages. Um, and I think we all have all the love languages, by the way. um, but maybe they go according to the kindreds a little bit, I don't know. But anyway, that each offering, each gift we offer each other is a kind of medicine when it comes from the heart, when it comes from the resonance, when it comes from an authentic place. Anything else it's actually toxic. It's actually a kind of a poison. We can feel it in people's energy. And I've really shifted. I've come off of my no frequency to the white men I rail against and to these wellness women, where I'm like, oh, I know, I see it. I see it. It's like, it's a no to what they're offering because it's like, ugh, it's so colonizer coded. But underneath that, I can see like they're beautiful artists and they want so badly to help and to be like, to belong. It's really the inner feeling of not belonging and of unworthiness that they're up against. And so they're going to be a spiritual teacher or a meditation teacher to, be just this perfect, prim and proper and thin white woman. And I have compassion, and I'm finding my yes with them. It's like I couldn't quite find the yes. I was just a lot of no's, like, oh, this is so toxic. But I can see what their medicine is, and I can help them. It's like, oh, I found a way for me to talk with them and to code, it's like, hey, here's your path. Go be the dancer you are. Go be an incredible designer. The Instagram aesthetics are like, it's gorgeous. It's like, please design, help us design whatever, right? Be like, own that you love aesthetics more than anything. It's cool. It's totally fine. You're beautiful, right? There's no problem with that. I love aesthetics. It's so important. It's incredibly important. It's just not a priority. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, we gotta stop the genocides. We gotta heal. But it's part of the healing. But for sure, it's like, it's so fun. It's fundamental. Everything we offer is all fundamental. But Anyway, that's what's shifted in me, something healed in me in the last few days even. Um, so, I look forward to welcoming everyone, and that's also what I'm so good at. I'm, like, really good at finding your alignment and, like, basically just helping everybody, like, what I'm an ace at is, like, I'm fearless, and I your fear doesn't scare me. So whatever it is that you're afraid of, whatever you are trying to prove, whatever performance you're doing, I understand it, and I can help you get to the root fear, drop the mask, and find what's really, really just feels like pure ease and fun. Like, that's all I want for you. That's all I want for us, you know? People are so scared of me. I'm like, "All I want is what you want." But you aren't in you're doing something you don't wanna do, and you're trying to convince me and everybody that you wanna do it and that you're really happy and that you're really fulfilled and super sexy. It's like, I know the sex isn't good. I just know it. Sorry. And so anyway, I'm just it's like, "Let me help you, let me help you, let all of us help you." So I'll be writing that letter to the wellness gals soon, and they're very, very welcome here, and we need your medicine, we need everyone's medicine, absolutely everyone, no exceptions. And I'm gonna continue to ask everybody here, like, what do you wanna offer, you know? I've asked Randolph directly, I'm asking you, Al, directly, like, I mean, of course, just only in your own time and how you want to, but it's like, oh my god, how great would it be to just go on Al's channel and just hear him talk about his love for his family and Al, what how you would be a builder, in alignment, it's like I wanna it's like I just wanna hear everything. I wanna hear your authentic yes, um, and, and how you're loving your life and how, what you've discovered, what your knowledge with a G is. Bob says, "Necessary to expose truth even if it's painful." Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's the Kali thing again. She chops the head off first, and then Shiva, the divine masculine, lays at her feet, right? Then it's death and birth. It's the same thing, but it's true. It's like I hadn't there's all this birth metaphor, it's like, but I hadn't quite birthed this podcast. It's like this idea yet. And so thank you all. Thank you all. It's like we birthed it. It's not me. Um, but it was this I had to like call this stuff out first, right? I kind of call the poison out first. Um, but yeah, I can feel the shift. And I made a video on Instagram and I think I only put it on Instagram because they're all on Instagram. But to the men, I listed 25 men or whatever, prominent influencers, the wellness, fitness, longevity, biohacking, like the Tony Robbins and the I don't know, Ben Greenfield and the all of those guys, uh, and like the spiritual guys too, to invite them to come to Substack, come join us. Like we want you. We just need one of you to defect and everything shifts. And they each have medicine to offer. So um I'm gonna have to keep recording and anyway, uh social media platforms are not healthy. I know, Ashley, but they could be. They could be. They could be. They could be, right? So it's like we reset the frequency. It's just real and authentic. And like I made the video months and months ago, right? It was very clear to me. It was like authenticity is the new currency. And currency is just flow, is the frequency. It's a current. It's the currency. Um, and it's the value because we reached the end of the Kali Yuga of this like life built on separation, life built on performance, life built on pretending we're separate. We just did that. We decided to do that as a kind of game of hide and seek. I don't know. I don't know. It's brutal. It's brutal, brutal. And now we're like done. So authenticity, realness, wholeness is the new value. It's like, oh, we're starved for it, right? So now the healer's economy, it's like everybody who is a healer who returns us to wholeness, all the money and attention comes through us, right? The resource, just resource. Attention is resource. Awareness is resource. It doesn't actually, like I was saying, it's like it's not about me dating a billionaire. It's just it's the it's the one who has that mm, that much stored energy and attention, right? That if they come over, everybody comes over, right? It's like it'd be hot gossip if who's the guy? Brian Johnson? I don't think I can do it, folks. I don't think I could go on a date with Brian Johnson. Although I'm open. I'm open. I'm open. If Brian wants to put down the needles and get real and like eat some carbs with me, you go for pizza, I could do it. Point is, it's like that would shift. It shifts the waters, it shifts the currents. So to authentic, to the real ones, right? He's literally turning himself into a cyborg. And, if he and I came together, it's like, the authenticity, right? Oh, thank God. And then everybody who's connected with him, right? So we're shifting the currents. I use water metaphors all the time, shifting the currents energetically, uh, and then physically, literally, literally, we will be so healed when the waters are unleashed, when the dams are blown up. That's the one time I'd be good with the, bombs and fireworks and things is the blowing up the dams, blowing up the fences and the borders, and then the waterways can be cleared again. Our water is so toxic. Um, I was talking to Lorenzo earlier about like the pineal gland and the calcification of the pineal gland, which is our third eye, which has rods and cones, which is a literal eye in the middle of the head, and surrounded in cerebrospinal fluid. And when fluoride hits that, it calcifies it, right? So we have to detoxify. That's part of the healing, which Miriam came on and talked about, which Claudia's, we have so many healers. I'm like, launch, go, share all this with us, because it's all part of this return, this remembering. Um, so yeah. So to answer your to just close that out, Ashley, imagine Substack is taken over um, by a good virus, by the virus of authenticity, by real people talking about real things, bringing real medicine, just beaming heat, love, and truth. Love and truth will just zap everything else in its path. It's it wins. It wins, right? Like it pierces through everything, like just a pure pitch. You know how somebody's singing that pure pitch at whatever frequency, right? For in whatever hertz, and it just breaks glasses. It just breaks the fourth wall, right? It's just um so that's what we're gonna be like in this, and think of it like a fireplace where it's just like the fire pit where it's just every person is just adding to this fire. It's undeniable. So Ashley says she took her some time off, your energy crashed. I get it. Well, I'm glad you're back and vision with us, Ashley. Vision what social media could be, right? And Al says, yes, I'm here for it. Oh, good. Good, Al. I can't wait to watch your show. And what I want to do is for This Must Be the Place. Like right now I have the Natural Healing Radio Hour pinned on my front page, right? Is have um This Must Be the Place and like all of your show times. Right? And like it'll just be our TV guide. It'll be our TV guide. So y'all just DM me your show times and I'll post them. Uh The truth hurts like lies kill. Lies do. Lies, yes, they do. They are harmful. I'm well, Ashley. It's good. How have you been? I'm glad you took care of yourself. We will continue to expand. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, good. Okay. Um, yeah, we're just gonna keep expanding. This is just like day one of our podcast, right? This must be the place. um, Bob says social media can be medicine or drug. Pick one. Yeah, exactly. How positively mad. We all gave our power away energetically, Tyra says, and this is the process of rediscovering and reclaiming it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yep, yep, yep. Yes, no fluoride. Our teeth don't need it. That's all BS. Exactly. No way they would put it in our tap water to benefit our teeth. Since when do they do us favors? I can't find it. I can't find one time where it's been like the food pyramid. You name it. You name it. It's like, flip it upside down. Yeah. Mm, but, you know they all there are people in our government who also want to be of service, you know? Most of them are very, very, very far from that. They are floating way, way, way above the earth. No, like not really in any kind of touch with themselves. But there will be some who can hear it, who can remember, right? And they'll sit on the outside of the fire a bit, they're just gonna watch. And we already know we're again, I've like however many subscribers, but I have 30,000 people watching, my stuff or like tuning in on Substack alone, and like 9 or 8,500 on Instagram, where I have like 6 people liking stuff, but it's 8,500 watching. So, it's like they're there. People are watching, and then they're slowly, gathering. Um, and so it's fine. It's fine. It's all a matter of readiness. Everybody will arrive right on time. It's all fine. Um, you know, and and everyone's going to be welcome. Everyone's going to be welcome, and we get to show up messy. I had some feedback on the launch. The Welcome to Nova Gaia, the Remembrance movement has begun when last week with Lorenzo and I. And it was like, yeah, it was messy. It was all the things, but there was intention in that in Lorenzo, and there was in me too. And there was in so far as like we didn't want it to be stodgy and outlined and whatever. Like that just was not the vibe. And it was like it was also super intense energetically to just us finding each other, and then when we get together. And there's so much backlog, especially in Lorenzo, but me too, of like everything I want to say and do. you know? Um, and but it was in the end, it was just like in the end, what it was doing was beaming in the glorious messiness of it, beaming the frequency of like just real and raw and untamed, like wild, right? Wild is a word that I might put in the description because it's a rewilding of ourselves, right? We've been colonized. Every single and the white people are the first colonized, right? We've been colonized the longest. It's a colony, right? We've been made into worker bees. We've been made into property and worker bees. It's an enslavement world. And so it's a rewilding. We've been domesticated and we're rewilding ourselves. And there's nothing wrong with, order and but it's so far outside, right, with the clocks and everything else, so far outside the natural order. So we can have the natural order is so orderly. It's so divinely orchestrated. We won't even be able to believe it. But we're it's the so that launch was like it's like, yeah, it's wild. It's untamed. Like you're not gonna be able to track it. It's not gonna fit the algorithm. And that's the invitation for everybody is to just just hit play, hit the live, go, and and then show us, beam for us the frequency of realness, And every single time you do that, even if you had 4 watchers, like you heal the grid right there, right there. You're healing us, and yourself in the process for sure. Ashley says, "I don't do domestication." Oh, good. Uh, Bob says, "In some parts of the free world, the white people are bought and sold." Absolutely, 100%, exactly. We're still being bought and sold. We're still being treated as property. So we each rewild. We each free ourselves. We each unburden, right? Unleash from the inside out our full expression, and then that ripples. It just ripples, and it becomes such a strong signal that it just like fritzes people, in the best way. In the best way, it's all of our medicine. So thank you for bringing your authenticity. That's how we're all going to keep healing. Um, okay, I want to talk about my medicine as what you've all seen, but it's this idea of like it's not the idea, it's the truth of that all of it comes from the story of separation, which then brings fear into play. And so it's basically the same thing. The story of separation and fear are the same thing. That is not the survival instinct to fight, flight, freeze, and fawn, and fawn is really the human part, but, although it's not really, it's in there. It's in there as for mammals, but, um, the very natural, like, there's a predator, my body moves away. There's a predator, I freeze up. There's a threat, right? But with animals that don't have a story, the threat leaves, they shake off the adrenaline, they move on. They growl, they whatever. It's over. They don't hold a story that then continues the re-traumatization because they don't have the um the creator mind that humans do, right? That we can project an image. And so what we're in the habit of doing is projecting the image of a separate self in scary situations, right? Not belonging, not being worthy, being rejected, being harmed, being um, abandoned. These are the fears we've inherited. So I want to go through those core fears, those core stories, all based in the core untruth of separation and how they were all projected onto us. Um, and then and then we project them. It's like a we're like a screen, and then we have that storyline, and it's like pixelated in us, and then we project it out. Um, and then we just keep running this story like a 3D movie of and 5D and 4D, right? It's in the water, it's in the energy of not good enough, unworthy, I don't belong, I'm unlovable, something's wrong with me, I'm bad. These stories that are inside of our language. They're coded everywhere, right? That's the frequency and the code inside the matrix. But inside the web of life, which is which is natural, that's not true. You can see and feel very clearly it's not true. So we're waking up from the matrix and then feeling through, so seeing through and then feeling through in the body, from the overlaid matrix of these signals and these codes, and then we can feel the web of life that we're connected to, that there is no separation from inside our skin, through our skin, we can feel the web. And then that op it's just one brain, one mind, one body, same, 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 one consciousness, and then this unit, as Fred Davis calls it, the unit, this unit is online. This unit is online in the natural matrix, the natural web. I guess I'll use matrix and web, right? Um, and it's like a brain, it's like mycelia. And this node then becomes activated. um, and then is run the signal and the frequency running through it is this what is it, the 432 hertz or whatever, right? It's this frequency that is love and truth. And it is a code, it is a signal, it is a frequency, it is a feeling, it is a it begets new language. It's full of symbology. It has color and it has all of it, right? Um, and we can feel and we can hear when there is a frequency that's more dimmed, right? It's the matrix has got it, right? And we can feel it in our own selves, right? I've been getting these like sharp pains kind of in my right breast sternum area, and it's just like these little pings that I'm like just feeling through, right? And like opening the circuit there, right? Just by virtue of feeling into my body. Like I don't know where they come from. I don't know what it is. It doesn't actually matter. Um, it's just it's like the body needs attention, right? In the same way that if I'm my own child, and I am, and she has a little owie, then I go and honor that and heal it just by giving it attention, giving her attention, right? So I want to go through those main fears, which I've already said, and then um, I want to I want to have us all come into awareness, come into our body, and then heal together through wherever that's stored, right? It's because the body is what heals. The body is what returns to wholeness. It's the seeing through it is like the energetic, but it's the whole body is a brain, right? The whole body is your intelligence. It's the technology, if we want to use that phrase. And so in order to be a really clear channel, the whole body has to come online. And there are all these like secreted shadowy spots in our body where it's like, I don't want to go there, that's too painful. Pain is an invitation. Pain is saying, hey, this I need your attention. The kid in the corner, you know, who's looking for attention or who's tantruming. It's either, it's like hiding or tantruming. So it's painful like ow, or it feels like shut off and offline and like shadowy and numb even. Those are the 2. It's like the rebel child fighting pain and like, ow, like it hurts, or the quiet child who is just, tucks it away, doesn't wanna be a bad kid, and those are the spots in the body, right? So it feels numb and uninhabited, or it feels sharp. Both are invitations in the same way that if a kid was, um if a kid was like, yeah, just hiding in a corner or didn't wanna be seen, right, is like hides in his room all day, you'd be concerned as a parent, right? You want them to be part of the family, right? So the kid that hides away, concerning. The kid who is constantly angry and tantrum and loud and screaming and rebelling all the time, concerning. Not to add worry to it, but to attend to what do you need, sweetheart? What's happening? Here I am, right? I want what you want. What is it? Let's find it. Let's come into the body. Let's calm down. Let's not calm down, but like let's look together. Let's look and see what's really happening. Everything's okay. There's nothing to be afraid of, right? But we as parents have to be, have to have done that with ourselves to see through our fear that then we project onto our kids. Right. So, and I use the word our because I see all children as our children. And I have my own, unofficially somewhat adopted kids. Um, so that's the plan. Okay. So we're going to go through the main beliefs again, the main storylines and the main fears, right? Same. So see through them. You're going to see everybody's got the same ones, and feel through them and really explore like a meditation, but it's not really a meditation. It's just being. It's just being in the fullness of ourselves. And like letting the medicine of oneness of our full self trickle in and soak in to our bones and to all these sore spots that we've been ignoring. Okay? And we've been ignoring them because we're captivated by the story, right? And we believe the story, and so we're too busy being worthy. We're too busy performing lovable to heal unlovable, right? So that's where authenticity comes in. It's like s- been there, done that. I did it too, right? I still catch myself. It's like still like, oh, I gotta get it together, gotta have it right. It's like, no, I'm just I'm wear what you feel like wearing. Which by the way, this is the color kind of in the back of the podcast image. Warm, cozy, earthy, hobbit. um, so we're gonna do that. But I wanted to ask Tyra first. Because I was like, I'm gonna do a meditation. You were like, let's do this. And I'm not remembering the context. So I want to make sure I do the thing I said I was gonna do. You were like, let's do that the next time you do an exploration or something. So Tyra, remind me just so I hit that note in this exploration as well. Um, haven't been tamed yet. Oh, good, Ashley. Um, Annie says, "You and Lorenzo, your combined energy is fast-paced, hectic, but energizing and empowering." Yeah, it is. It's like, it's wild. It's pretty wild, and he and I were saying, like, that was a lot yesterday. He's gonna take a break, I think, for a little bit, and I was like, "That's good." And then I was, like, wanting to put out this article because it sparked so much in me, you know? Um, and because he's the missing piece for me, and everybody's a missing piece for all of us. But, to, like, get get this thing catalyzed, you know? I was like, I need somebody who can speak to men. I need somebody who can speak business, all of it, you know? And I was the missing piece as the healer. So it just sparks all these things, but it was like, that's plenty. That's plenty. Let's everybody digest that. You know, we put out so much content. And then what it did was just, it was like, oh, this is the next move for me, which is this podcast, this new idea of like, we're all at home. We're just home. This must be the place. We're home. We're at the hearth. We're pulling it. We have some tea, you know, we're chill. Like, I mean, so the frequency is like this, but it's like, and Lorenzo will say, you know, this is all stress free and easy, but but it can come across as like super intense and like we're doing everything now and like you got to be on board just energetically. But it's not true. It's all very hearth. It's all very family. It's all just pull up a chair and hold my hand like you're welcome here. Everyone's welcome here. Everyone belongs. Nobody doesn't belong. And so, you know, that's the hobbit's job. The fairy's job is to catalyze, is to be the lightning bolt, right? It's David Bowie, it's the, you know, it's Prince, it's you know, like the absolute forward thinkers, as Lorenzo says, I'm 5,000 years ahead. It's like that's the fairy's job, you know, in the kindred presentation where I'm like on the track where we all end up if we're, you know, if this is this recursive process, we all end up in the same place, right? It's the same distance, but the fairies are out in front. Right? Randolph is a fairy who's like unbelievably progressive for a white male man in the boomer generation. Like, are you kidding? You know, but he's because he's out in front, right? And he's going to be the lead, and then the elves and the hobbits and the gnomes and everybody comes up. But it always makes sense for the hobbit to be kind of we're like the Middle Earth people, right? We're the hearth, we're the home, we're the gathering spot. So, but and we're right in the middle, or in terms of chakra, right? Where it's like the fairies are super high frequency, we're the heart chakra, and then we've got the dwarves, like the roots, and the humans as well, and the gnomes and the sensual center. You know, we're all necessary. We're all so essential. Um, but you know, we go to the Hobbit house. um, but yeah, thank you for noticing that, Annie, and for hanging on, and everybody go follow Annie. Everybody go follow everybody here, you know? Just like these are your people. And follow, subscribe. No more following. No more following. Subscribe. It's like subscribe. I like it. Subscribe, right? Scribes were authors, authorities. So I'm subscribing. I'm a sub author. I sign off on your page. That's it's the right word, and I'm not following you, we're not following each other, we are subscribing. Okay, so I got it. Positivity and incredible inspiration is more like it. Oh, great. Hi, Tamara, Lily, Greg. The meditation was to visualize the free world we imagine and try to amplify and radiate that frequency out for the people and life around us to feel, sending out a signal, basically. Okay, perfect. Okay, great. So so this is perfect. So what we'll do is we're just gonna do this, you know, really condensed version of healing. And then we're going to um, come into the body, feel the truth of our oneness together, of non-duality, of one mind, one body, one space, one place. Right. So this is the place. We're going to be in this one place together, which is an infinite space. And then let that, and then as we're while we're dropped into that, let the visions come of what life will be, is already, right? Like, here we are. And like whatever, right? Like let your mind, let your medicine come through of like, what do you start to see if this is the frequency and we're all inside of this oneness, right? And I'll cue what I see, but that's it, right? So I usually I'm doing it, it's like for each person and like each of us as units to sense our connectedness. But now it's as connectedness to share what we see in that connectedness, right? So we're just gonna take it that next step. Does that cover it? Does that sound good, Tyra? Hey, Scott. The more we send out these energetic signals and loving frequencies, the more we can rope people in and let the universe know we're ready for the transformation. Okay, thanks for the proud of you, Randolph. I know, totally proud of everybody here, really. So y'all are incredible. Okay, so I get the hearts. I'm getting the thumbs up to do that. Great. So I'm gonna go use the restroom. Short intermission, and then I'll be back and we'll walk us through it. Okay, before I forget to tomorrow, Dr. Ginny will be back. Ginny Grimsley, my dear friend who was here last week. Um, Go check that out. Go if you want pure tenderness, pure mother energy, pure love frequency for yourself to heal too, but to walk through um, healing. We walk through healing Peter Thiel. And we're going to be healing the tyrants. Tomorrow we are going to do Elon Musk, and Ginny does a full. She researches them and goes into their childhood, and we envision going and recovering them and bringing them home, and and cater it to them and to what they, what their younger self would have liked to come home to. So we're calling them the Lost Boys and going and retrieving them at a bottom of a well. So it's beautiful, beautiful process. And Ginny's such a good example of this medicine that she brings. It's just her. It's just her presence, and she's not a trained healer, right? She's a her doctorate is in English literature. She was a professor of English. She's a poet and a writer, um, and this medicine just comes out of her. It's so natural, and um, she's a good witch. She's and has healed many many beings in this way. So come for that. Um, and then next week I have Doc Smith scheduled for Wednesday. Go to his page. So much really really effective healing there. And again, always an invitation. If you have healing to offer, if you have whatever your medicine is, I want you to come on and share it. Um, so, I'll be reaching out to the people that I have just in mind that as this new idea has been unlocked. But please, please DM me. Okay, I'm just going to read one last thing before we get started. Cyrus says, the more we. Oh, she said that already. Okay. Yes, that sounds perfect. Okay, good. Okay, cool. Okay, here we go. So, just get comfortable. I'm just gonna make sure we're recording this. But get comfortable, right? Meditation is just being, and it's meant to be comfortable. If you like the feeling of your spine being straight, great. That's a nice conduit, but it's not necessary. Uh, as some of you know, I'm a big fan of laying down. I used to have a bit with my friend who, who I left, the cult leader, but oh, she's a friend. She's a friend. And she's welcome. She's welcome back too. Everybody's welcome. I know what her medicine is. I actually know. It's not what she's doing now, but, she's got so much to offer, just out of alignment. So does Elon, so does everybody. Anyway, but we used to have a bit. The bit was that we were like lay down advocates and like motivational coaches. So we would say like, you too can lay down. You've got it in you. I believe in you. And we don't need, you don't need the 5-step plan. You're in your kitchen, feel like laying down, lay down. You don't need any special equipment. You don't need any special training. I too didn't used to lay down. I too thought I had to hustle, but I came to the light, and I believe in you. I believe in you, sisters and brothers. I know that you have laying down in you. Be your laying down coach. So if you want to lay down, is my point. Lay down. Um, be comfortable. Okay. I'm gonna close my eyes. Oh, no, no, no. I'm not gonna do that first. I'm gonna do the beliefs first. So let's look at them. Okay. So there's just a fundamental wrong idea that I'm separate from you, that anything is separate from anything. Birth star is here. I know there's a paradox. I know. We are sovereign. We are unique. We are um, our own authorities, and we are not separate. There isn't actually a cutoff. There is a one flow going on here. There's just one of us here. So the idea of separation from God, separation from nature, separation from each other, separation from nations, separation from black and white, separation from masculine and feminine, this is all not real. Polarities, because like a magnet, it's like, yes, there's two poles, they're not separate. So, and in fact, they need each other. In fact, they close the circuit. Um, so all fear comes from, like I was saying earlier, from this idea of separation. And in the colonized world, which we're all colonized, there is this story of, um, it's like, who knows, you know, working theory, off realm beings who came and hybridized us and made us into an enslavement species. Maybe. Doesn't actually matter. It doesn't actually matter. However, it came to be that we are coded with this idea of separation and then of an authority outside of us that we need to earn worth with, right? We have to earn our keep here, right? There's no other creature that's earning their keep, that has to prove themselves to somebody seemingly outside of them, a parent, a religious figure, a boss, etc., right? All of this these are hallucinated roles. Whereas if that whole story grid was gone, we would just be creatures finding what we naturally needed and wanted. And as Lorenzo says, it's like, okay, this all happened as it was supposed to happen, and here we are. We needed the infrastructure. It seems that's what created it. Okay. But it isn't natural in the most fundamental way of the world of everything, right? Like if we like I know I'm a healer. I've worked with people. I know when I take out all their artificial conditioning, there is just this natural flow toward fulfillment. And everyone wants literally to just be in the garden and following and just creating, right? Because we are creative beings. We want to create whatever it is that we're interested in, and we want to do that together. We're social creatures. We are creative creatures. So it's an artificial story. And then with that setup, it's basically I'm not worthy, right? Because there's an idea of worth being attached to productivity, to what you do for the authority, the one that authors, right? The one that's writing the story. But now we're the authors. We're writing the story, and we're writing in, we could say, like Charles Eisenstein calls it, the new and ancient story. Um, so we're claiming our authorship, our real sovereignty. But so it's unworthiness, it's unlovability, right? Because there's an idea that we're not lovable except in the eyes of God, or the eyes of the authority, right? So whoever we make into a god, a false god, versus the real God, which is you as awareness, pure, oneness consciousness. You are the author, and you get to honor this creature and what she wants, what he wants, what they want. So so it's the external person, the external authority that we are trying to be lovable for, worthy to, try to belong to, right? To not get abandoned. And the original authority is the parent. So whatever they projected onto us as what made us lovable when we got attention. We got attention when we were smart. We got attention when we were good, when we were polite, when we were whatever. And we were, if we were, so however else we were, um, attention was pulled away, right? So we got a clear signal. This is how I need to be, and we start performing. We start performing. Good girl, good boy, um, smart, capable, productive. Um, oh, what else are there? so, I don't belong. I'm not lovable. I'm not worthy. I'm not good enough. I'm bad. Right? What is good? I'm gonna be. I'm gonna. I'm not gonna try drugs, and I'm not gonna swear, and I'm gonna do what daddy and mommy say, and I'm gonna do what teacher says. Meanwhile, inside my heart, I don't want to be in this classroom. I don't want to be at this family meeting. I don't want to be talking to this aunt that I don't like, or this uncle that abused me, or right, like all of the ways that we suppress to be good, to not be abandoned, to not be abandoned by the hallucinated other. Meanwhile, the whole time we're doing that, doing the performance, we're abandoning ourselves. And in order to survive this place, we've all had to abandon ourselves. We've all had to not belong to ourselves, to not honor ourselves, to not treat ourselves as worthy beings in order to be worthy, good, acceptable in their eyes. So this is 100% of us. Um, Um, others' words are like, "I'm broken, I'm ill, I'm creepy, I'm bad, I'm," um, all these things, right? And then we hide away anything that was deemed, you know, sinful, wrong, creepy, everything from whoever it was that was the authority that projected it onto us. So then we have a big mess. Every single one of those thoughts are not true. So there was never a point where you didn't belong. There was never a point where you weren't beautiful, precious, um, lovable. Like, think of the children in your life. It's so obvious. It's screamingly obvious how perfect they are. You too, all of us are exactly as we should be. And when we got a mirror that said otherwise in our lives, it was their wounding, their unhealed parts that projected that, right? They were actually talking about themselves. They were actually projecting themselves, um, every single time. So it's like a hall of mirrors. So we have to, like, let those relationships fall away that would project onto us anything other than just, like, pure presence, right? Which is where I come in, where I'm just like, your fears don't scare me. What you think about yourself doesn't scare me. I know it's not true. I know who you are. I know you are fundamentally good, if we're gonna use that word, right? Good, like, you are desirable, you want good for other people, you are in service to all underneath all of your conditioning. Everyone is. You belong, you are perfect, we need you exactly as you are. You are, um, worth in this new world, it's like we don't measure people, but it's like worthy, it's like beyond worthy, you're essential, you are gold, you are pure gold, every single person. Um, and then again, like good enough, worthy, these are measures that we just throw out. According to who? It's inherent, it's intrinsic that every single person, right? We wouldn't say that about a tree. We wouldn't say that about a squirrel. We wouldn't say that about the birds in an ecosystem. We are all essential. So I want you to hear that. Like, and no matter, and like broken or sick, it's like, I don't care what level of ability you have in anything, or if you're neurodivergent, or if you're, right, like, it's just right. It's totally fine. It's perfect. um, and this is goes back to my post about there not being any disorders, and why Lorenzo is such a great signal holder for us, because he's been diagnosed with everything, right? And really all it was, was his brilliance and his particular gift, right? It wasn't brokenness, it was broken throughness. And we hadn't caught up, you know? But I'm the quintessential, you know, like, unconditional presence, like, having worked, I really I did realize today it's been 30 years that I've been in the healing fields because I had my first social in this time 30 years ago, when I was 20 years old. I'm 50 now. I was in Washington, DC at my social work internship, and that was really I already worked in, like, labs and stuff in psychology, but, I was a psych major, English minor, though you couldn't do a minor at University of Michigan, but anyway, I've been committed to this. I'm like, I'm in, and I've met with every kind of person, and nothing scares me. It's like I realized it was all nonsense. It was all a story, and everyone's chef's kiss. So hear that. I want you to hear that, and anything left in you that you're still believing, come on, come get on screen with me. We'll work it through. I'll show you. But now I'm going to show you in your body, right? I'm going to show you belongingness because it's oneness. I'm going to show you lovability because you're going to love yourself as awareness. I'm going to show you worth insofar as like it's like, oh my God, it's so worth me being here. It's like this is all valuable. This is all rich. And I'm going to show you wholeness, right? Healing means returning to wholeness. Where is the break? There's no brokenness. There's no brokenness. Okay. That's the plan. Ashley says every one of us are part of the masterclass here in Substack. Yes, and I completely meant that with my wholehearted meant that. Absolutely. Love you too. Love you too. To have more certainty and control over our environment at its core, the fear of death. Yes, is a huge reason why this system, and particularly the agricultural system, was set up. Okay, perfect. Thank you for reminding me of the fear of death. Sorry, I don't always remember all the fears. I don't have them anymore. So y'all have to cue me. It's like, oh yeah, death. People are afraid of death. um, there's no death. Every moment is a death and birth cycle. Right. This is just your temporary little outfit. And they come and they go. And 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 you dance again with with the energies and the frequencies of the people you're with. But consciousness doesn't die. We don't die. We don't die. We just transform. We just transmute. And exactly, Tyra, it's basically like a death cult running the world. And then all this like Brian Johnson, right? He's trying to beat death by becoming so healthy, but he's actually looking more and more like a corpse every day because he hasn't faced the fear of death, right? And so, Brian, call me, call me. We'll get over the fear of death in no time. um God, wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be so great if Brian Johnson came and took me out to dinner and seeded this natural um, vibe, and was no longer had the fear of death. So anyway, okay, so that's it. So those are the big fears. Fear of death isn't real. Um, somebody might Randolph, you might know what is the episode or chapter that I talk about fear of death. We need the whole catalog, but then you just go to 33 minutes in on chapter whatever, and I walk you through how there's no death, but you know, this is good enough. So, okay, so none of the fears are real, and that's the waking up process, and then let's go feel through them as well. So, as I was talking about that, you all might have had some pings in your body, right? I did. I still have a kind of a tension in my lower belly, so I'm gonna work there today. Wherever there is shadowy kind of numb area or sharp pain, just as we go through, you'll see that's the spot that needs the most attention. That needs the healing. That's what needs to be returned into the fold. And it's literally just feeling it, just feeling into that corner of your body. That's all. Okay. And then we'll go out into oneness, and then we'll just let the mind open, let it be unleashed. What do we see as this one family, this one body, this one flow? Okay. All right, so now I'm going to close my eyes and everybody just take a breath and relax, get comfortable. And all we're doing is tuning into that which is hearing my voice, that which sees everything, that which is the background awareness. That is you. That is your immortal self. It's not the mind, it's that which sees the mind, that which reads the code, that which reads the story is who you are. So just settle back as the awareness. Nothing to, no need to do anything, just be that. You're already that. None of this is, don't, you're just, if you find yourself doing anything, don't. Just let it go. No need. So you're resting as the awareness. And there might be thoughts floating by, all kinds of things. Am I doing it right? Or what is this? Or whatever. Blah, 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 blah. There's still that which sees. And I want you to notice how that which sees is an endless container. It's a container that isn't contained. It's that which holds everything. It's that which everything arrives out of. It's what we call source. That's you. That which is looking. As St. Francis said, what's looking is what you're looking for. So just look around as what's looking and notice there's no point at which it's contained. It's an endless consciousness. It's an endless awareness. It's an endless space or place. Anyone watching might see me stretch. And as many of you know, when we come into the body, when we come into our awareness, when we settle into the moment, the body likes to unwind the tension spots. It just is a natural process. So if you feel like moving or shaking or twisting or turning, just let yourself do that. Okay, so let's feel the top of our head. Feel through the skin, the scalp, the hair, and down into the skull and down into the brain. Just feel yourself. Feel the top of your head in its entirety, all the way to the front and the back and the sides, and then down, down, down into the brain, down to the front of the skull, around the forehead and the temples, frontal lobe of the brain, back of the skull, back of the brain, down, down into the brain stem, wrapping around the back of your head. Feel the middle of your head between your ears. Feel deep behind the eyes, behind your forehead. The fibers of the eyes go all the way through the middle of the head, all the way to the back of the brain. Just feel that for a moment. Let your eyes relax. Let your inner eye relax. Let your brain relax. Let your skull relax. Feel it all. Feel that you're inside your own skull and brain and that it's relaxed and soft and open. Feel the eye sockets and the eyebrows and the under the eyes and the bridge of the nose and inside your sinuses, inside the nose. And as you go, you're going to feel there's spots that are cloudier or more dense or painful or achy or just really tight. It's totally fine. It's not going to be a one shot deal. Tension's fine. It's all welcome. But in the same way you would like pet an animal or pet the top of a child's head, just being so tender in your touch here. Let your body respond, let your body release a little more tension every time you internally touch. Feel inside your cheekbones and inside your mouth, the roof of your mouth, back of your throat. Let your back of your throat relax. Let your whole throat relax. Let your chin and jaw relax. Just let your jaw untighten. Just the whole hinge just relax. Ears relax. And just exhale as you need to. Feeling like you're inside your whole head. From the inside, really feel cozy inside your head. Top, bottom, back, front, and deep in the middle of it. And feel that your head is nice and soft and open. And you're relaxed. The head is relaxed. There's no tension being held anymore. And then let's just carry that down into the neck. Let the neck soften. Open the throat, open the vertebrae and the spine. Feel like there's nice space and air inside your vertebrae. And that would be you just feeling in there brings airiness. It opens it up because awareness is pure healing oneness. It's pure source. It's pure attention, unconditionally loving attention. You're not coming in with an agenda, right? That's what's healing. Just being with the part that still thinks it's a part or feels a part. And we're returning it. We're remembering, right? As a member, you're a member. The back of your skull is a member. The throat is a member. Everybody's a member of this club. So the whole neck and the whole head, nice and soft and open. Let your shoulders relax. Feel like you're inside your shoulders, inside. Not feel like, feel it. Feel your shoulders. Feel inside your shoulder joints and under your collarbones. Feel the base of the neck, the bottom of the throat, and inside the spine going from the neck down in between the shoulder blades. Feel your whole upper chest and let it be soft and relaxed. Really feel in there. And if there's pain or tension, just go right in. No hesitation. Feel right into that pocket that's sore. You feel the inside the shoulder joints down into the upper arms, nice and soft. Let the bones soften even. The bones have so much medicine for us. They're incredible. And so when we feel our bones, when we inhabit our bones, we inhabit our like foundational fundamental self. Feel the elbows and all the layers of skin, feel the muscles wrapping around the bones all through your arms. Really feel your muscles, they wrap around your bones, feel the tendons connected. All those fibers, every bit of fiber in our bodies, the connective tissue, it's all a brain. The whole body is a brain. It's got neurotransmitters everywhere. So we're bringing our whole brain, our whole body online, our whole consciousness. Feel the wrists and the hands and the palms and the fingers and the fingertips, the back of the palm and the front of the palm, or the front of the hand, back of the hand, front of the palm and back of the hand. Shake out your hands if you feel to. Shake out your arms if you feel to. Come into the chest and feel the lungs naturally filling with air. Look and feel how your body just takes care of itself. The cells are rejuvenating constantly. The breath is happening constantly. The heartbeat's happening constantly, all on its own. You don't have to do it. You're not the captain here. You're just witnessing, honoring, loving, attending to. And feel your whole rib cage and let your rib cage just melt by your touch. In between the ribs melting, the sternum melting, the heart melting. You're just going to melt yourself. We're melting down our persona like alchemists. And then there's that gold that we are naturally. Wherever there's pain in your chest, just bathe it in your presence and just feel into it. Just feel it. Just be aware. How does it feel? Get closer, close in. Touch it and watch. Watch how whatever you thought it was just dissolves. What is pain if you get really, really, really close? If you go all the way through it, what was it? What is it? And then feeling your diaphragm under your rib cage, your solar plexus, and deep, deep inside the solar plexus. All of us are pretty tight here, myself included. We're just continuing to unravel from inside the solar plexus. Let it unravel out the back and out the front, and down and up. Let your awareness warm the center of the solar plexus. Good. Let's feel the whole belly now, nice and full with you. You're just going to feel your whole belly and let it be nice and soft and easy, relaxed. Feel into every organ. Feel into the whole back body. Feel the mid back. Feel the spine there. Let the spine just open up by virtue of you just feeling your spine. The spine behind the solar plexus as well. It's an incredible spine, constantly just beaming information and energy. Feel the whole belly be soft and drop down. You don't have to hold your belly in. Feeling down into the intestines. Feeling inside the intestines. You don't have to know it. You don't have to know where they are. You don't have to know anything. The mind, just feel it. Feel that area of the body. That's all. Feeling it starts to circulate the energy, and then the wisdom and knowing with a G from that area of the body comes online. The intestines go down into the pelvis, feeling the top of the pelvis and the bones of the bones that connect into the hip joint, the bones, the sit bones that you're sitting on, the pubic bone, the tailbone. Feel the bones. Feel the lower back and the vertebrae there. And then feel everything connected to the bones. Through the root, through the tailbone, feel the connected energies there going down into the earth. Feel the joint, feel the interior of your pelvis. Feel your genitals fully. Feel the sexual energy there, the really beautiful life force energy, which we have all through our body. There's a particular quality in the pelvis. There's nothing to be ashamed of here. There's nothing wrong. We're turned on species. It's okay. It's okay to feel pleasure. It's okay to feel the full extent of your pelvic energies. Feel all through your whole pelvis. Feel the whole base of your torso. Feel really landed in your pelvis, like you're comfy in a really comfy chair. We're feeling ourselves, just that. And wherever there's a pocket of pain or numbness, really get cozy right in there, nuzzle in there. Cuddle, cuddle, like Randolph says, cuddle in with that area. And just exhale out any tension. From inside the pelvis, feel the big leg bones connected to the hips, and then feel those bones in their entirety. Feel the muscles and tendons connecting them and how they pump blood and maintain these incredible legs that are so strong. Hold us up, feeling through the skin layers, and just let your thighs be soft, and let your knees be soft, and let the joint be really felt of the knee. Incredible, incredible knees. Let's feel the lower legs, feeling the bones of the lower legs, the muscles wrapped around them, the skin layers, the pumping blood down into the ankles, our intricate, incredible ankles, and then our intricate and incredible feet. So strong and yet so delicate. Every bone, feeling every bone in the foot and all the muscles and the pads on the bottom of the feet, the heels, the toes, the toenails, in between the toes, letting your feet just relax and unfurl. The more you inhabit the body, the more the fear, the thoughts can't hold because it's too obvious that you're safe, that there's nothing to fear. Here we are, that you're held in your own presence, that you're connected, that you're one, your whole body is connected, that you're loved because here you are loving you, attending to you, that you're whole. And then let's really feel that wholeness by feeling deeply cozy, like your whole body is this cozy, cozy, cozy sleeping bag. And you're just super, super like a snuggie. You're all cozy inside your skin. So feeling your whole body and the pockets of pain get really cozy right in there. And then from inside, let's just feel through it like you're just seeping through, you're bleeding through the sleeping bag, right? So from inside, just feel through your skin, front, back, bottom, top, feeling through the skin into the space in the room. Because from your direct experience, just feeling from inside the skin, inside the body, through the skin, notice that there's not a sharp line there. It's continuous because you're continuous. It was just an optical illusion in the 3D that there wasn't a continuity there. And the body does this cool thing. It has natural boundaries and that's all taken care of. The energetics are taken care of, but we want to feel the connectedness. And then actually you make your field more robust the more you feel into it and through it. Because our biofield is big, 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 big. Our heart field is huge. So we're feeling through the skin into the field of ourselves, which is also very, very cozy. So your sleeping bag is getting bigger. In fact, it's as big as everything. But we'll just start with feeling through the skin, feeling the coziness of the space in the room, and then keep going. Go through the walls. Feel through the walls of your house and down into the from the floor down into the ground, and from the ceiling up into the sky. So you're cozy in your home. Now expand out. Notice from inside your skin, through the air in the room, through the walls of the home, out into the air in the outside, and then out into the trees, and then up into the sky and down into the root system of the ground. Where is there a line? Where is there a divider? I can't find one. So now let your body just dissolve into the space that's already holding you. You are holding you. You are the mother's womb and the baby. So feel yourself as the baby, as the body, and you're just so cozy inside this womb. And then feel yourself as the womb, which is the endless container feeling into your baby, you. And then they're just blended together. There's no split. Right? What the mother eats, the baby eats. It's one. It's just one. So keep going. Go and see if you can find where the edge is, the edge of the universe, the edge of you. From inside through the skin, out, 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 out into space, out into the deepest layers of the earth, out into other lands, out into the forest. Where is that split? You're not gonna be able to find it. So here we are now, feeling the oneness, feeling the continuity. And it's okay if there's still areas of the body that are in pain, or if you feel you're gonna. It's a process, but you can sense there's just oneness here. There's just keep going. Feel the endlessness of this. It's a one big ocean of sensation, one big ocean of consciousness, and one big world where we are from inside our own mind. I say something like, I want a Nubian vault house that's colorful and integrated with the trees and the natural swimming pools out front and arcs and curves. The whole building is arcs and curves and color and earthen texture. And I see your house, which is also unique to you and beautiful and vibrant. And there's a beautiful glistening path of ground up stone that glistens and is soft on my feet. And I can walk from my house to yours on that path. And there's a canopy of flowers and butterflies and bees watching as I walk, landing on my hair as I walk. And to my right is our communal area where we have a fire pit and all these outdoor tables for eating and all these outdoor cushions for laying and umbrellas and sunny spots and hammocks and more flowers and baskets of fruit and all kinds of abundance just in the circle in the center of the village. And somebody's riding their bike through it, and someone is lifting a child into their arms, and someone is handing out fresh baked bread. And there's music starting at the next circle where we gather to play music and put on plays and read poetry. And ancient instruments are there, handmade. And spontaneous song is erupting, and it's all so beautiful. It's like I have constant chills in the best way. It's medicine. Every song is medicine. Every plum is medicine. Every bite of fresh butter and bread is medicine. And you're there, and I'm there, and your favorite people are there. And technology is there. We can just ask our hologram when we want for information that we would like or knowledge would like. Our extended mind is just with us all the time. And I can call anyone just by through telepathy, really. But I can also just say, you know, talk to Randolph. And he's in his house in another neighborhood, another area. He just picks up the phone. I can see him, as if he's in his own hologram right there in front of me. And travel is easy. We got our hovercrafts and we've got our our jetpacks. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell? What do you taste? What do you feel? What do you know? And when we look at the larger scale, can we see how everywhere there is healing happening, there is gathering happening, there is rewilding happening, there is fun happening. No one is stressed. No one is efforting. Everyone is doing whatever they want to do, whatever their total passion is. And of course, it's not just one thing. I love to go to the craft barn. It's just this enormous vaulted building with all the craft supplies and art supplies and paints from natural dyes and, you can dye fabrics and, you know, redo a piece of clothing to make it even more vibrant and fun. And I see building our buildings together, playing in the mud and making mud castles, basically. That's what our buildings are. Didn't we all love to play in the mud? And then if imagine 100 hands playing in the mud to make your house. That's what I see. And let's just keep going and going and going and sharing what we see, what we want, and need to know it's like instant. The manifestation is real. It's very real. We are the writers. We are the authors. We are the authorities. And we just come into our being and then spell it out, say it out loud, what we want, what we see. It's a spell cast, a benevolent one. Every time you write it, every time you say it, every time you share it, every time you see it. So thank you. Thank you for casting your magical spell. So feel free to stay there and keep envisioning and share with each other. Share on this post when I post it, whenever I do. And come, come be at this place together. One family, one home, one place. And I can't wait to hear what your bedroom looks like. Okay, y'all. Thank you so much. I am loving what I'm seeing. Randolph, thank you Fear of Death, chapter 47, June 2nd. What are we afraid of? Thank you so much. Hi, Steph. Everybody, Philip, good to see you. Abby, hi, 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 hi. Thank you, Bob. Thank you for all you do too. That was amazing. Oh, good. Oh, good. Good, good, good. Good. Love it too. I loved it too. I loved it too. And it's like we're there. We have to know we're there. We're just gonna live it. We're gonna be in it, and we're gonna manifest it. We are manifesting it. Like we've manifested each other. Like here's the community I always wanted, And then soon enough we're gonna get together. Like it's just right here. So do it at the frequency level first, but soon enough I'll be slinging mud with you. I love to build stuff. I love it. I'll do a mural on your house. I love it. I'd love to have like paint on my hands from natural dyes, natural paints, and be molding the bench in the earthen house, before we put the lime plaster up, and then paint the outside. And oh gosh, what fun! So many craft projects. You're welcome, Wildfire Rose. Thank you. Mwah. Thank you, Abby. Thank you all. Exactly. This is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So thank you, and thank you for launching the new podcast. Um, hopefully Lorenzo says that automatically uploads to the podcast. So I'll post it as a regular post. But as of today, I don't know. I'll do it when I want to. But this will be on Spotify, and I don't know where else. I don't know. I don't know. I've never done a podcast before. I'll learn. I'll let you guys know. But thanks for being here on day one. and I can't wait to watch your show. Okay. I'll talk to you tomorrow with Dr. Ginny. We're noon on Wednesdays. I'm still gonna, for a while, I think, keep the same schedule. Mondays will be with Lorenzo. It'll still be within this pod. And then the other days will be anybody with their medicine, including myself. But I'm hopefully going to have more folks. Like I do feel like I've done a lot. I've said a lot. I mean, though I always have more to say, I'm sure, but I really want everybody else's medicine to start coming online. So I'll be reaching out this weekend and stuff to the folks that I want to bring on. So we're just gonna see how it unfolds, right? I'm not gonna map it too much, knowing that it always changes. So, but Dr. Ginny tomorrow, and noon Pacific. All right. See you all. Have a great one. Have a good evening, morning, afternoon.